are you at all bothered by the fact that there hasn't been much new evidence, there hasn't been much cooperation in solving this crime of who killed your son over the last year?
I am bothered by the fact that there are thousands of young Black children who have been murdered in this country, and no one is trying to find the murderers of any of those children.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's systemic. These are systemic issues and problems. Tupac Amaru should be at least an indication that it happens throughout our community. Tupac was killed in September. In November, Yafeo was killed. In January, a woman that I know had a child, Giovanna, was murdered. Everybody that I know has someone in their family or in their immediate area who's been killed. And this is an issue that doesn't just have to do with finding, if you find tomorrow the killer of Tupac, it will not solve these problems for all of us. And it's all of us that we have to be concerned about, not just one person. And let me just say that for all of you, Tupac Amaru lived his life. Don't worry about Tupac. May we please worry to some extent about the children who are left here and are in danger right now, today. I am concerned about them.
Peace to everyone who is joining me live, recorded, or whichever way you get it. You know, you come back and check me out. I am Ifayemi Nkoyo Binah, and you are with me tonight on the Wild Warrior Women's Wednesday podcast. You just finished hearing a powerful, beautiful statement from my one of my great ancestors, Ifayemi Shakur, a powerful woman, and the mother of one of the greatest of all times. They call him the GOAT, Tupac Amaru Shakur. Powerful. She said, don't worry about Tupac. He lived his life. He lived his life in such a short span of time that it's been so great. We're talking about it 25 years later. Figure that. Go figure. So that was a powerful statement. I'm going to play another powerful statement, a powerful statement piece before I bring on my sister and my friend, my confidant, and we'll be getting this conversation started here shortly. Tune in just a moment as I attempt, not try to be the producer for my show. All right, I'm trying to do this technological thing while I'm trying to be who I am as well. It's a woman who can do all things. Hold on. Oh, all right. Let me get this together. And we are. Hold on. Y'all that's coming in, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you are with me. I am working this out. Leave a comment. Let me know who you are. What
revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolution.
How do you get there? You get there by confrontation, violence?
Oh, is that the question you were asking?
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. When you talk about a revolution, most people think violence, without realizing that the real content of any kind of revolutionary thrust lies in the principles and the goals that you're striving for, not in the way you reach them. On the other hand, because of the way this society is organized, because of the violence that exists on the surface everywhere, you have to expect that there are going to be such explosions. You have to expect things like that as reactions. If you are a Black person and live in the Black community all your life and walk out on the street every day seeing white policemen surrounding you, when I was living in Los Angeles, for instance, long before the situation in LA ever occurred, I was constantly stopped. No, the police didn't know who I was, but I was a Black woman, and I had a natural, and they, I suppose, thought that I might be a, quote, militant. And when you live under a situation like that constantly, and then you ask me, you know, whether I approve of violence. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense at all. Whether I approve of guns. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Some very, very good friends of mine were killed by bombs that were planted by racists. I remember from the time I was very small, I remember the sounds of bombs exploding across the street, our house shaking. I remember my father having to have guns at his disposal at all times because of the fact that at any moment, we might expect to be attacked. The man who was at that time in complete control of the city government, his name was Bull Connor, would often get on the radio and make statements like, niggers have moved into a white neighborhood, we better expect some bloodshed tonight. And sure enough, there would be bloodshed. After the
I'm going to stop it there for a moment. Powerful sister, Queen Angela Davis. I only hope to have my voice reign as powerful and as righteous and as intentional as her voice rang then and rings now. Man, I'm grateful for those who are joining in. This is the Wild Warrior Women's Wednesday. I'm Ifayemi Nkoyo Binah, co-owner of the Uhuru Academy, founder and owner of the Uhuru Mama Maternal Services. You are here with me. I'm going to be joining my sister in a moment, but I got to pay the bills. I got to let you know who we are. So continue to stay in here with me. Please say something to me. Drop the comments. Drop who you are. Drop your business in there. If you are a business owner, what you do, put it in there. Shout yourself out. I don't mind, because if we don't share, we want. If we don't spread the news about Black businesses, we can't spread that Black dollar. You know what I'm saying? So stay with me. Join me as I continue to let you in on a little something about us. Hold on. Let's see what I'm doing here. Work this out. Bear with me. Share my screen. And I'm going to go ahead and let you know who we are. Let's see. Shout out to y'all. I'm trying to be my own producer here tonight, and we're going to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do the right way. My husband would be somewhat proud. Let me see here.
Baba Amin here, and I'm here to let you know that it's time to take charge of our children's education like never before. And I have exciting news for you. The Uhuru Academy online K-12 private school and homeschool partnership is here to change the game. And we're enrolling. Listen up. Our curriculum is proudly African-centered, empowering young minds with knowledge that celebrates our rich heritage, our roots, and our greatness. Yes, you heard that right. We have students from all corners of the world, and our vision is to create a generation of leaders who are visionary, confident, and empowered. Black homeschooling parents, let's unite and give our children the gift of an education that fuels their pride, elevates their potential, and ignites their passion for greatness. Visit us at uhuruacademy.com to secure your child's position at the Uhuru Academy, the premier partner in empowering our leaders of tomorrow. Peace.
What's up to my family? What's going on? As I tried to be the producer for my own show, I am over here fumbling and fimbling, but I got it. I got it. Welcome to everybody. You know, I am Ifayemi Nkoyo Binah, and this is the Wild Warrior Wednesday, a Woman's Wednesday. You are here with me. We're going to go and get this party started. You know, I started this, I had the idea about a year ago to honor my ancestors and my great warrior sisters and spirits that I inhabit when I walk this earth, for Black August. And I was able to do one, my first one with the sister, powerful sister, Dr. Oya, my aunt. We had a great time. It was a great start, and just things just happened. So I brought it back this year. Powerful month of Black August, and I said, you know what, let's go and continue. I got so many shout outs, and I had so many sisters that I wanted to honor. I said I need to continue this. I need to go. We're gonna try to do this a lot more than just once a month. So I got my sister from another mister. I've known her. It's been about 11 years now. You know, back when we were maybe, I guess, yeah, about 11 years when we started doing Temple. We started doing our RBG Family Weekend. I'd heard about this sister, but we ran into each other. She heard about me. We just, you know, we vibed. We had on the same shirt, and I will finish that story when I bring the sister in. But it was great. She's been my twin flame for the longest, and when we hook up, we have a great time. Our spirits connect, and she's the owner of Urban Esoteric. You know what I'm saying? My sister has come to us, and we do work together. She's in the community with me. Whenever I need some, she's there. And I'm just so proud of the things that she's doing. She's traveling back. See that slip, almost a fraudulent slip, but it's the truth. She travels back and forth from here in the motherland, going to experience life that way. She's a free spirit. I love her. She just go when she want to do it. She just do it, and she make a way with no apologies. I love this sister. I don't mind telling her. I'm gonna go ahead and bring on my powerful warrior, wild warrior woman, Nuru Fulami. Hey, sis. Yes.
That was a very dope introduction.
Well, good things. You know, you deserve it, sister. You deserve it. I'm just speaking the truth. You know? Yes. So I mean, what you say?
It is my twin flame, my sister from another mister. Like you
said. Man, when to continue the story on how we met, you know, we were at RBG Family Weekend. You know, this sister came up to introduce herself. You know, we looked down. We was about to take a picture. People said, let's take a picture. And we looked down. We like, oh shit, you my sister. We had on the same shirt. What was the shirt that said daughter of the field nigga, right? Come on. We got it.
Some of these
come on. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Before the RBG Family Weekend, it was actually an act of change. Remember when?
Come on, that's right.
When, Sarah, the brother Sarah Susan said he came, and
yes, all right, yeah, the loud mouth when he came.
Hey, I have my daughters, and my daughter was like, "Mama, she dressed just like you." I said, the exact same t-shirt, the exact same pants with the bell bottom, and the exact same earrings. I gotta meet her. Then y'all lit up the stage, and so I said, "Oh yeah, I got to." And it ain't looked back ever since.
We have not looked back ever since, man. It's been dope. You know, when we come together, like I said, it's just like, you know, old sisters sitting together. You know, you my twin 70s sister. You know, when I saw you, I'm like, man, we got that 70s energy with the way we dressed, the way we flowed. My sister had that gold in her mouth. I was like, Jelly, that's my sister, my auntie. She had that auntie spirit, and I know I got the auntie spirit. So I'm like, man, let's do this. We've been rocking ever since, and I'm just, man, here to have this powerful conversation with you. I'm excited. I'm ready. You know, it's gonna be a bomb conversation. You know, I come in, I'm gonna explain to everybody, like, when we come in and we talk, it's just a conversation, but it's through a little interview. You know, I ask a couple questions, you come on and with your answers, we bounce off like that. And what I do it on the preface of wild. You know, I'm gonna give the definition, you know, and we're gonna flow with that. I always come in because, you know, society, the Webster, they define the first two adjectives of the word wild is of an animal, of course, or a plant living or growing in the natural environment, or not domesticated or uncultivated or cultivated, excuse me. So they're not cultivated. The second one is an uninhabited, uncultivated, or inhospitable place, right? And then they come to the real one. They say, you know, it's a natural state or uncultivated, uninhabited place or person. And I take that. I am a natural. I've come back into my wildness. You know, I remember having it, and I remember walking in that. But I continue to, because again, it's in me. It's natural. So I've continued to, in small ways, as I felt like my, you know, the experiences, life, this world kind of worked that wildness out of me. It pushed it out. It kind of, you know, did its thing with taking that away from me. But as I've been on this journey and been walking through life with beautiful people, I've realized I've grown back into my wildness, my natural state. And I love that I'm uncultivated or to this society, America's dominating patriarchal, bigot society. I'm not that. I'm not that. And I love that I'm able to be my loving self without feeling shame. I can feel empathy for someone without being shameful if they're black, white, whatever. But I'm definitely found that heart and that empathy for my own people, because I understand where all the shit that we have balled and bound in us, where it come from. So I ask everyone, do you identify as wild? You know, and if not, what is your term of wild?
Well, first, let me say I'm honored to be here on here. I have told you privately, but I'm gonna tell you publicly. The title itself is dope, you know, because of what it captures. Just like you said, the title "Wild" means to me free. You know,
Right.
When I hear "wild," I mean like free. You know, like that's a sense of free. Whether you see it as positive or negative, it's still a term of free. And then woman, you know, that is what we are, and that look like a whole lot of things. But you know, and just you know how animals, you know, you look at animals, they don't have the ability to walk, talk, and you know themselves as we do. You know,
Right.
so you know, just like the old folks say, you know, everything is created according to its nature. But
Right.
you know, humans, you know, we have not even, you know, mastered ourselves in that form to actually know our capabilities and our abilities. What is our true
Right.
nature? And just like you said, the society, you know, the way the norms that society pushes out, the way that the insecurities that people push out, this, you know, within these societies, all these different ways that people, you know, exert themselves, you know, in the world, it's hard, it's difficult to, you know, like know who you are. So all of that is within a woman, because within a woman you got to be able to be a nurturer, even if, and I'm gonna say this too, a wild woman to me is always got a big dose, a good balance of masculinity.
Right. Right. Right.
They do things a certain kind of way because of the things that they've been through, and they move different, you know,
Right.
and it's a bit masculine, especially more so in this society, because so many men are, you know, not standing up, not living up to they, you know, they are
Right.
even trying to live into they higher self. And I ain't gonna say all men, of course not, because most brothers that I know are, but just as a norm. So
Right.
I think
Right.
this is dope, and yeah, let's get it. So,
That's what's up. That's what's up. Warrior. I'm gonna define warrior. They say that a warrior is a brave or experienced soldier or fighter, right? They also say that a warrior is a person of commitment and dedication and the intention of living a life like they'll give their life for something they strongly believe in. I know I'm a warrior. And I know it don't always have to even be the ways that they define it. I am committed. I am dedicated. I am intentional about knowing that I have life that I will be willing to give for something. But I definitely go a little step further and say, I have life that I am willing to live for something, for everything, for my children, my family, my community, and how I live it is going to show you as my warriorness. And also as a warrior, we're strategic. You know what I'm saying? There are
so,
warriors that, you know what I'm saying?
so would you equate, that ideology of what a warrior is to what the understanding of revolutionary, right?
Absolutely. I'll say yes.
I say,
Yes.
and it's, you willing to stand, willing to live, and of course,
Right.
ready to shed blood for the things that you believe, love, and trying to push. You want to see a different
Right.
kind of reality, and you have experienced a certain kind of, energetic of knowing, and you won't. That's the main reason why you stand,
Right.
when society says so. That's a warrior within itself.
I say, and I say that, we as women, we fit all that those qualifications or descriptions. We shed blood when we give birth. We shed blood on a monthly. It might grow some of y'all out, but it is what it is. We shed
Correct.
blood, so we are doing this on a regular for ourselves, for our people. That's, I mean, and it's a spiritual thing for me. I equate a lot of things with spirituality. People are like, oh, baby, everything ain't spiritual, but it is. I
Everything
believe.
is.
Yes, everything and anything begins as energy or as a spirit. So as above, as within, so without, and so below. I believe that. I live my life that way, and I give thanks that I'm able to see more of how I'm living that life. Not judging myself on a certain, level, saying you're not about
Right.
that life. You're not doing this, so you must not be on your shit. But no, I'm always moving in that direction, even if we are, even if we may be a little off. It's all in divineness, and because we free
Every
flow. I watch you. It's free flow. Even my lessons are divine. Even my lessons are intentional. So I love how you move, and you seem to be you bounce back even with the lessons. Like, I got that. I needed to get that. Now I know how to move. I see you doing that, and I
I give thanks. I
admire
give thanks.
you.
You know,
Yes.
you give me that same energy. I look at you. One thing I do look at things probably a little bit different, but everybody does according to you know how they was brought up. But I do see everything is spiritual because I know
Right.
everything starts in the unseen and then manifests
That's
into the
right.
seen. Everything
That's
starts in the
right.
dark. Everything was a thought.
That's
First.
right.
And so, everything is spiritual. I do believe that every illness, is a form of a spiritual illness that has,
Right.
set muscle, could be generational, could, be a lot of different things, but it's manifested itself into a physical illness, which
I
is
say.
forcing you to look at a certain thing in yourself, and I
Right.
believe that we're fully capable of absolutely actually creating a different kind of reality. And and that's one of the biggest things that I'm a big, huge supporter of the Uhuru Academy, a big, huge supporter of y'all
Yes, you
music,
are.
and just a big, huge, lover of Black love and a sister to,
Right.
both you and my brother because I support it. I do. I know it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh yes.
we, so
And we
yeah, it's all
appreciate
shit.
you, we
It's all
appreciate you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We wouldn't have been able to start the Uhuru Academy without our community, without our circle, without our support system. And you were definitely a big part of that. And I appreciate you. Again, like spirits, connect and attract like spirits. It's spirit, y'all.
Right.
We got, and to be able to discuss that with someone who, who get it and who live it and who can give it back to me is beautiful. And it I've been surrounded by that, and especially within you. I ask a question: when did you know? Or let me even go further, and forgive me. Let me do this. I am all out of order. I definitely started with my ancestor, my aunt.
Thank you.
We got to pour libations. Yes, who are some warrior women? You give me a couple, 3, 4 wild warrior women. Those who are in the here with me, that's in the chat. Put your wild warrior women up that you want to pour libations to as well, and I'll call them out. But what's some warriors that you want to call into this space?
Victoria Marie Williams, my mother. Definitely,
Victoria.
I come from the line of warrior Williams. Her mother,
Ashe.
my grandmother,
Ashe.
Betty Ryan. Salute
Ashe.
to Betty Ryan. But
Ashe.
Auntie Linda Jones,
Okay.
and my grandmother, my other grandmother, Mary Lou Williams,
Ashe.
Asada Shakur,
Ashe.
to
Yes.
my mother, I didn't just
My family.
yes, her, I followed her for years, her story, the way that she mothered, her son. She was definitely a warrior.
Yes.
Sister Davis, um, Winnie Mandela, was definitely
Hey.
a warrior.
Hey.
I have always looked at women, as and the ones that was different when I was a child. I equated to I'm attracted to power, but
Ashe. Right.
and it was true, right? But I was attracted to the divinity with that women was bold enough to carry. You know what I'm saying? And be vocal and be active and be moving with it,
Right.
and and understanding that was even possible was always seeing a reflection of myself that was divine, and always choosing to acknowledge
Hey.
it is what always gave me the confidence to like be myself, regardless of what that
Ashe.
looked like. And I
Ashe.
really didn't grow up with a lot of restrictions. I didn't grow up in religion, like most people did. So I didn't have to shed that. But I definitely had my obstacles and, my share everything. But being filled
Ashe.
with energy is something like breathing that I don't got to think about. And I thank God. I thank, all the ancestors and, all the Orishas and my highest divine self that I have constant reflections. You know what I'm saying? That I
Ashe.
always like, if I ever fall short, but yeah,
I say, Sister Trish, so definitely we got reflection. She got Fannie Lou Hamer that she wants to give pour libations to and give honor to. Lonnie Wilson, pour libations to give honor to.
okay.
Ashe. And our Trill Alchemy sister got Jimmy Lee Taylor, Ashe, Francis Green, and Beverly Mays, Ashe. Sister Trill also gave us Amy Garvey, Amy Jock, and Amy Ashwood, both of the Amy's Garveys.
Okay.
I say, I give thanks for my warrior women in my life. Freddie Searles, I got my grandmother, Ola Searles, I got my mama, Vicki Jackson, my aunt Linda Jackson, my aunt Dolores Kerner. I give thanks for all those women in my lineage. And further back, I'm the great child of Sarah Woods. I give thanks. To them. My paternal great grandmother, Della Chance. I just give thanks for those spirits. Dr. Maya Angelou, Cicely Tyson, Nina Simone, Eartha Kitt, Yes, I give thanks for all those women that are here with me. We got Willie Cross, Ashe. We got Miss Annie Battle. Let me put that up, make sure we get it in there. Annie Battle, Ashe. We give thanks for all those warrior spirits that come in with us, inhabit this space, and inhabit us every single day, all day. So we give thanks. Yes, we give thanks to them and we bring them to this space. We know we come from a powerful people. That's what makes us powerful now, and that's what's going to help us create the power later on. We are a generational people. We are
Ooh, shame.
yeah, give thanks. We are people that continue to go because spirit carry us on. It lets us connect with the past, keeps us here in the present, and connect with the people that are in our lives for the present, and it keeps us connected to those who come after us as well. So I give thanks for that. I give thanks, Queen Sister.
Thanks. And it also
Yes,
gives us vision. You know what I'm saying? It
that
gives
part.
us vision.
Absolutely give us the vision. We wouldn't be able to go without, we wouldn't be able to look back nor look forward without that vision. So I give thanks for that. And when you were you can tell me, it could have been when you were a child, when you were, just here lately. When did you know you were a wild warrior woman, or wild warrior? Like I said, it could be 5 years old. I knew I was wild when did that click for you?
You know, when I was a little girl, I remember being maybe like 5 years old, and I
Mhm.
don't remember like getting in trouble for it or nothing, but I just remember having a conversation with my father, and he was telling me, don't ever be scared to ask questions, because
Ashe,
that's how you learn. Like,
Ashe.
I don't care if I'm not around, don't ever be scared to be asked questions. When I was a kid, my parents were very, very, like, I hate to use the term real, but they were very real with me. So like I
Right,
had an understanding that was different, and I moved different. And like I said, my parents, they weren't raised. I wasn't raised religious, even though I had family
right,
that was. And so
right.
I often said that I wish I would have got to know my parents as an adult, instead of
Hmm.
they died when I was so young. But
Okay,
I know that definitely had an impact on the way that I always saw stuff. So
right.
um, I grew up really thinking that like I remember the days that I used to pray like for people that I could talk to, outside of Jesus. When I was growing up in Kansas City, Missouri, most people was either really Christianity, and some was, the Nation of Islam was just starting to be popular. But yeah, and so I just I can't even really identify exactly what it was that
Yeah,
allowed me to still continue to be that way, and just always being grounded in what we call manifestation, just being able to sit, just actually being present, like you say, with the energy of God, you know what I'm saying, and
right,
not
right.
really knowing too much other than that, and so it may just allow me to always kind of trust myself, always trust
That's
myself,
what's up.
you
That's
know.
what's up. That's powerful. To have been reared that way, raised, their foundation is I am who I am. I'm gonna move how I move, and not to be ashamed of it. And I love you said it was something powerful. Your father told you not to ever be ashamed or afraid to ask questions. Man, that saved so many lives. That saved you in so many lessons that you probably would have had to learn because you weren't afraid to say, hey, wait a minute, well, what about this? Or what about that? And you're not worried about what they would say, what their reaction would be. Is I just want to know. I just want to know. A lot of us get that, beat out of us, yelled out of us, traumatized out of us, so that we have to relearn how to be okay with asking questions. That's what life is about, is asking those questions,
I agree.
making sure that we know for certain whatever we decide we're going to do, I'm well informed about it. I have a well informed decision that I'm going to be making because I have all the answers that I need. So I'm going to move that way. And it's a lot of us are not fortunate with that, but that is great and powerful. I love that. I love that. It's it gives you
So
that sense. Uh-huh.
I didn't have a lot of reinforcement on
Mm,
it. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
And so um, I always just, going back to like why I'm sure about this is what made me move and,
Right.
do things.
Right.
And so when I moved to Dallas, that was one of the things that grounded me. I was so impressed and relieved to see people my age, women,
Right.
that had
Yeah.
a different way of thinking, and that was moving in that and working in that and creating and,
Right.
figuring themselves out along the way. You know what I'm saying? That was
Right.
equally. And I was like, yes.
Right, right. My tribe, because you walk around because you're being told that you're eccentric, you're eclectic, you different, something wrong with you, you out of balance, you bad, you're nosy, just all kind of. Why you always doing it? Why you always asking questions? I know I always heard, what you argue with a stop sign? Why you always just got to get the last word or no? And it's like I know what I think I know what I know until I don't know. But I think I know. I feel so strongly about when I was really connected younger, with myself, that I'm like, man, I just know. I need to, and I need you to affirm me. And you telling me now this ain't what this is. Explain to me why. Don't just tell me now or no. Tell me why. And that has really when it's out of whack or it's out of balance, it becomes very you're defensive, becomes very aggressive towards people, and anger. So I've had to really get realigned with that so that it can be a balance and be able to communicate myself without that, because I've been having my guards up so much where I'm like, I'm ready. Don't come and tell me that. And it's just calm down, little mom. You ain't got to be like that. So I remember that. So to have that energy,
And it's different for everybody. Like the things that one person might, have understood as their power, they might be hella naive in other things. And the people that they are attracted to or connected to, they are equally powerful in the thing. And it's like the understanding of yourself, you know what I'm saying, and your reflection in one another.
Right.
The confirmation, because we wouldn't really even know what we look like without a mirror. And so, and what we even so cold that we don't even got to have a mirror. You know what I'm saying? We can just, our mind can even, you know what I'm saying, without even seeing it. And so, I like to have fun, and I like to, I'm just real thankful for it, because there's a whole lot of shit that I do know, but it's a whole lot of shit I don't know,
Absolutely.
We have to do with each other. And so, allowing that to be true, right? And no matter what it looks like, because I know that ain't nobody else got to figure it out. There's people that are working towards it, and it's proven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
when you're able to like you say, see yourself, even if you don't have a mirror, you see yourself within yourself. You know who you are. You're the one that check yourself. You praise yourself. You learning to love on yourself when you need to. You don't require somebody there right in front of you to always do it. You are understanding that you got all that you need within you. You just got to tap into it, and that's the energy to be able to walk in the light of I'm me, I'm okay with me. You can be okay with me or not, but I'm cool. I love you. I want you to be okay with you first of all. So if you're okay with you, I know you'll probably be okay with me, and then you'll have the maturity enough, if you're not, just to move around. We're cool. I want to be. That's the kind of self-acknowledgement and that I want to possess, that I try to walk with, so that I can everybody I interact with, they get the most authentic me. That day I might be like, nah, I ain't trying to talk. I'm good. I ain't feeling it. But no, it's all in love, because most of the time I'm gonna be there. Just give me a minute, just chill, and I'm gonna come back around. But to know that about yourself, and to be able to present that with love and not like be abrasive,
time, right? Like I
Right.
ain't from the planet Mars, right? So we grew up in these same societies and
Right.
these hoods with, we got black family, and we are. That's what I mean. The most wild women, more wild warrior women, they have a certain masculinity. They probably played with the boys, growing up,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so we still went through things, right? And so
Right.
that's just innately who we are. But
Right.
the things that we went through still shaped us, and
Yeah.
I like to use the term that I don't know a millionaire. Most people that I know don't know a millionaire within 10 people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That they got access to. And
Right.
and then when you look at it even on a broader scale, most black people in America, unless they live in the southern states, they probably don't know their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Don't know their
Yes.
the conversation
Yes.
probably came up. So many secrets and so many layers to
Right.
being a black woman in America, let alone in the world, that
Right.
it's impossible. Even if you were, your high, the good, your gifts were high. Whoa, I'm gonna take this to the side.
All right. I can say I don't want you to blow
But
up there. Don't blow
hey,
up there.
see if I blow it now, but and so the thing
Oh
is,
yeah.
you still, wherever you are, you still got to come 360 back to yourself.
That's
And
right.
that is a process, because you can't get too full of yourself and think that you ain't got no room to grow, because you're gonna
That's
have
right.
these experiences. And if you ain't being real with yourself, you're gonna go through some shit. And we all gonna go through some shit, because right there,
That's right.
it's the hold up.
I can play a commercial, a video if you need to take it to the
Yeah,
house. Then.
play one, sister. Let me look. I
All
look
right.
like I'm on the beach.
I know, right?
Let me take it
All right, y'all.
in.
Hold on. We're gonna take a quick intermission. We appreciate you guys that's here with us, that's interacting with us. Man, stay tuned and just like, subscribe, and share. Definitely get the word out. You know some wild warrior women who like to be on. Contact me. Hold on, just a moment. Let me see what I'm doing, and I'm working and I'm working and I'm doing it. Uh, let's hear it.
I'll be right
Let's
back.
see. All right.
You said inside that there must be change or there be nothing. Is this militancy?
Well, classify it whatever way you will. That whether I agree with it or not, that's logic.
Why must there be militancy?
Why must there be confusion and destruction and oppression and slavery of one people, over the other? Why must this be? Answer that, and I guess you'll have your answer to why it must be.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Wow, wow, wow. Sister Betty Shabazz I've never seen that. When I ran across that, Baba said here, I was like, wow. You do not hear a woman sit up, a black woman, and speak as directly, as profoundly, as intelligently and calmly. Man, you don't see that much these days, and I love that. I love that elegant sense, and not even elegant. I'm putting the frame on it, but the calm and the reserve, but the firm, matter of fact. Those are the words I'm using: firm and matter of factness of a black woman, just stating what it is, and coming back, be like, I said what I said, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Sister Betty, Mama Elder Betty Shabazz did that. I see why, she was the complement to Honorable Malcolm X, man, yeah, that was beautiful. Man, y'all gotta know that we come from great energy, great spirits, great warrior women. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was powerful. I had not, I'm gonna go back and listen to that again and again and again now that I've discovered it. Man, that was wonderful. Sis, you all right? You didn't blow away?
Hey, you see, I was almost looking like James Brown for a minute. I said, let me put it in the So I'm straight.
That's all right. That was a wild warrior brother right there too. So it wouldn't be a bad reflection. But man, that as a wild warrior woman that lives here in the Americas, when you travel, because you travel and you've gone across the water back to the motherland, how do you connect with the wild warrior women there? Do you see is there a difference, and what energies do you see and feel there when you on the motherland? And tell us where you go and how you move there.
Well, I'm gonna say this, right. One thing, you know how you can be in one area, you could be somewhere, and somebody else could be there, and y'all see y'all experiences is two totally different because y'all on two different frequencies.
That's
However, because I see everything spiritual, I do look at. So I'm gonna tell you two things. When I travel there, I see the spirit of the woman is strong, but it's like it's overworked. They strong and they getting it. You'll be
right
driving, and it might seem like the middle of nowhere, but that's pretty much how the country is. And they walking hard. They do a lot. They wake up with the sun. They go to sleep with the sun, but they are very humble. And so the average woman sister here has to, it's kind of like evolve a little bit to get to that level of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't shy about treating you like a kid, basically. You acting like a kid, but they very welcome. You know what I'm saying? They very welcome. They got it ain't even like a mother or a grandmother. I think it's just feminine. They have a strong energy, like welcome. And it's definitely a warrior spirit. And I've only been to Ghana, but Ghana has a warrior spirit. In some territories, some areas is more than another, but all across the board, the women make you, without even saying a word, it make you be like, I'm lazy. We lazy. You know what I'm saying? We need to get up because they making us nothing. They getting up. They working with the least, right? Because that's where the market come in place, because they get on and they getting out, and everybody's doing it, and this is their culture. And so it's and so I move like a local a lot of times. I haven't really came as a tourist because I know people there, but I know people that come back and forth, and it's definitely something that every Black woman, every Black person should travel to once. You know what I'm saying? At least one time if you want to, and whether you go to Ghana or just any country that you connected to. See, I don't even know where my ancestors are from. You know what I'm saying? The DNA thing, it just happened being super important to me because I've had other information from reliable sources that ain't all the way accurate anyway. And they, so I don't always go off of my spirit. You know what I'm saying? This society has taught me to not trust what's surface. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm always subjective, and I accept there's a whole lot of stuff I don't know. And with that, I have a whole lot of things to do. The playground is big because the things that I'm interested in and want to do that is important to my family, my loved ones, that's why I encourage that. You know what I'm saying? I encourage that, because we don't need no help not being regular. You know what I'm saying? We're far from regular. Look at your glasses. Look at your glasses. Look at this show we on,
Far from regular. You're right. And I did my my maternal ancestry with African ancestry, and I came back. It was Sierra Leone, Benin, over in that area, Liberia, I think, somewhere like that. And my ancestry is Fulani, Afula, Kru, Temne, and Mende. And I'm like, Oh, I went to research. I'm like, whoa, I see it, I get it. I'm learning. Hey, I know. Okay, that's and it feels good to be able to connect because it's like I ain't crazy. This is natural. I see where it
It
comes. When
is.
the origins of it, it just gives you a whole new root to hold on to. Even though we move and we know, but that just gives you that extra.
Both of my both of sets of my grandparents, which I knew and growing up, and one you even knew Betty Ryan, she had
Right,
campaign and stuff. But they both are already gone. And my grandmother, they kept secrets, you know what I'm saying, about different stuff. And so, you out here just living your life thinking everything is regular until it just hits you when you're a parent, probably. You like, well, you start asking questions about, and you don't really never get no answer. So I
right,
have been tricked by, just in life by different stuff. And so that's the thing that I admire about people that grew up down south in Texas. And they instead of go a little bit further, because this is right where black people end up, you know, um, eh, you know, um, living, and populating.
right,
And so
right,
families that kind of moved up north, they kind of got disconnected. And so
right,
because
right.
they was doing this and doing that, so they kind of disconnected. So it's just like they may know their grandparents that but you ain't gonna too much hear about their great grandparents unless you do
Wow,
research. I did have
I
a
feel
sister that did a research, and she's real, Glenda Bay. She did a research for me, and I
okay,
trust her. It was very thorough, but it didn't go back, far like I would really want to know what's in my DNA. So I really
okay,
do move from my spirit,
right,
something I was led to Ghana and particularly, and I'm
right.
still, even though I'm very much involved there and got things going on there, you know, um, I'm my whole thing is self mastery. You know what I'm saying? And I
I feel you.
try to allow the things that I love and inspire me to kind of navigate me. I'm very big on signs and symbols, and
Right,
truth. And I
right.
really do trust myself. And so,
As you should. I think you got a little native in you. You know, I've always thought I was like that girl,
yeah.
her too. She got a little native.
I do. I
Indian.
do have Indian. I do have. I know that. I do have Cherokee Indian. Like I said, we
See,
have Indian, but
Cherokee girl. Yeah,
I got a lot of black, a lot of niggas, a lot of African up
come
in me.
on, hey, hey, that
So
I know I do. Yeah, I know I do. And when you said that secrets thing, that resonated because I too have been dealing with that growing up. I was, again, being curious, curious Georgina. I asked and I wanted to know the history. I want to know the family, history and everything. And they were quiet. They was like, no, I don't want to. No, I got bits and pieces from here and there. Even now, have one of my uncles passed, my auntie passed a month ago. He just passed, and trying to get that information out of them, it was difficult. But you know what I found out? Why I'm thinking, oh, you just want to be secretive. My people have been traumatized, and I'm not saying my lineage. Our people have been traumatized,
exactly.
especially my grandmother. She was an adult in the 60s in the Jim Crow era, and then the horrific things they may have gone through, and then even my uncles and aunts, they went through the crack era. My grandmother had 8 children. 6 of them were succumbed to the crack addiction. The crack that came down and got them. So they had their own trauma. And so me trying to pull out that stuff like that, no, I don't want to relive that. And so I understand. I understand. So, get it how you can get it when you can get it, but ask and and understand and be empathetic that they had their own shit they went through. You think you going through something? Just imagine going through Jim Crow era, and then you want to ask her what happened, how was it when Martin Luther King Jr. Got assassinated? She don't want to talk about that shit. She was trying to live and keep her nose under the radar. And I'm getting it now. I get it now.
Man, and that's the thing is having an understanding, right? Because
Right,
that's why people walk around angry. They feel something, they know it, right? But you gotta, like people, I say about people going to church, but anybody that
right.
you claim to love, that was used to be my tattoo. I had 4 tattoos right here before I got to Africa. But my first
Okay.
tattoo right here was to love me is to know me. Because you know, people it's like, oh, I love you, and you can love, but to actually love somebody, you have to know them. You can't love one person just the same as the other one. You have to know their energy. You know, and that's the same thing as God, right? That means you got to love, you got to understand nature. You got to understand nature. And that's the thing that makes it intimate, you know, and the ability to be able to do that is because we're divine. All souls are divine, right? But you ain't going to click with every soul. So you're honoring yourself, right? That's a big thing. So all of these things is difficult to do in a day-to-day setting if you ain't seen it, because just for all the reasons that you said, the layers and layers, crack air, you know, like it's almost never been seen. But when you sit down, you're a sister, people come and confide in you. So even just growing up, you always knew and had to believe enough in it. You know what I'm saying? To actually magnetize and draw that to you. And without even knowing how to do it, the shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? All by far, because there is no blueprint to know how to do it. So I give all thanks to the ancestors for, you know what I'm saying, for the spiritual wisdom to be able to see and be able to know and that, because that is not easy. Being able to everything about God is going to tell you no, but you know something in that you got to listen to more than everything else, and and trust yourself.
I say,
try yourself. The more that you do that, you know,
the easier the flow, easier life will be for you. Your perception will be so much more open than walking around like somebody else controlling you. No, you got control of yourself, baby. You and yours got you. And you was talking about on the spirit. You know, this is, you know, is hoodoo month. This is, you know, and we celebrate all things hoodoo, and hoodoo they call it's just, you know, that utilizing, they say the kitchen witches, or is what they would call them. You utilizing the things, the natural things that you have in order to work a magic for yourself or for someone else. I love that. My grandmother, she wouldn't straight out say anything, but you know, as I listened, I would watch her, and I would watch her talk to a couple people. You know, I watch her be talking with her girlfriends, and they be talking, she talking about an egg and writing names and flushing down toilets and talking about the spaghetti. I'm like, what grandmama talking about? But I didn't realize till I got old. I said, oh, she was working some hoodoo, boo, and just different folk. Salt over your left shoulder, and you know, we grow up thinking, oh, don't we listen, you know, they try to wash it out, don't listen to all that superstition, that's old folky stuff, and you know, and it's like, no, that's got relevance, you know. I feel that I'm connected with that.
Yes, connected to it, because you know, when you look at, okay, I used to think that maybe, you know, somebody had put a spell on my family. Maybe that's why my family, everybody is correct. That's why we got, you know,
I thought the same thing.
Then, you know, you go back, you can get a more bird's eye view, and you see that it ain't, excuse me, just my family. It's all Black families. You know,
that's right.
Then we really understanding this systems put in. You see that there's a difference in the knowledge that white people get and Black people get, why they got more, just your regular cognitive thinking, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to understand, how can this exist if this exists? And this and this, you know, it's okay to not know and don't have no starting point, but it ain't okay to like remain ignorant. If a way is presented, or if it's there, then you got to, you know.
That's right.
I can say, you know, my 47-year-old self getting ready to be 47 Sunday, but there is no, for a Black person, really, there's no going 360 without going through Africa. And I equate, you know, being Black here really almost like waking up in the middle of the woods as a kid and not knowing your parents. Still, you know, like, you know, and we ain't taking no excuses anyway, because you see people walk around and they flying, and you know, and I've always just wanted to know. I really never tripped on money like that, but you know, it could have been because I was never rich. You know what I'm saying? I just to always, you know, but I always looked at, you know, just, you know, I can't even really put it into words all the way, you know, but.
But like you said, you move with the spirit. You always trusted you, and you move how this is what life is. Now, what I'm gonna do with it? This is what life is.
Right? This energy. No matter if
Yes.
it's in Santa Maria, if it's in Ifa, if it's in, you know, theology, it really is that. And so, you know,
I love that. We're not gonna gloss over though. We're not gonna gloss over that you say you're about to be 47 on Sunday though. We ain't gonna gloss over that. We ain't gonna gloss over that.
yes,
Wow. That don't
it's
crack, boo.
season.
That don't crack, boo. Because you know, yes. So welcome to the club, sis. Well, I've been 47 about 9 months now. You know, I've been for about 8 months, something like that, in March. But I love it. I've been that kid that said I couldn't wait till I get grown, not because I was just I wanted to be grown to have some, you know, the things going on because I couldn't go outside when I wanted to or nothing like that. I couldn't wait to get old because I just it just looked. I loved it. I loved I don't know. I just been old. I'm like, I want to get old so I can talk shit. I want to get old. You know,
I wanted to do all the grown shit that all the grown cool people I knew was doing. So I wanted to like govern. I knew I was gonna be a mother, but I couldn't wait to see a little me, you know, like just
okay.
I always wanted to be free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wanted that I wanted to be grown or be older so that I can have that wisdom and say, child, I know how, you know, I know what you're talking about. I can help you here and And it was just that wisdom being in that position of I'm an adult. I'm not an adult because I don't want to go back to my 20s and some of my 30s, but looking forward to being 50, 60 and have lived life and then have some wisdom to give back to somebody else. I enjoy that. I don't know what it's about. I enjoy it. And so I said, if I enjoy getting to that part, let's enjoy along the way. Let's enjoy everything that comes to me in a way that it's not woe is me. You know, this happened to me. Why is this going on? I'm just gonna make a way. This is what it is. Let me make a way.
Because you can, right? The thing is, we don't even want to, like, even when we saying, okay, we got to do this, it's not even in a way that you pop in your car. It's like really looking at, like, this is the epitome of, like,
right.
Evolving. Like, you can look at it that way. You can sit there, right? You can sit there, you can be woe is me. But what is that gonna get you, right? It might get somebody. I could be like that, like, if you sit there and you say, damn, I'm thirsty, right? You get parked, I'm thirsty. You can say, oh, you know, God, you know.
Yeah, please. Yeah, right.
On a thunderstorm, you can wait on a tornado to tear the roof off. It might take 10 years, but you can be like, and it will, you be like, oh, I told you. Or you can wait for somebody to walk by. You can be like, hey, can you give me some, you know, or you can get up and get it yourself. And get up and get it yourself. You know, you actually quench your own thirst. And then, lo and behold, you show somebody else how to do it. So when you know that, then you know that's the wisdom that other people pass down to us. And so when you understand, it's kind of like, it really is bigger than us, right? But I call it like this individual journey, but it's a shared experience.
It sure is. Okay, I like that. Individual journey, but a shared experience. That's what's up. Somebody in the chat, put that in the chat so we can quote New Group. The individual journey, but a shared experience. Let's get that. I like to have a little quote on that. That was good. Sister Trill say, Libra gang, Libra in the high. Yeah. My daughter, my 25, well, now, yeah, she just had a birthday yesterday, so she Libra gang too. That's my mirror, baby. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. And I'm fire. I'm Aries, so I'm like, and she just like, all right, Mama, I'm this what I'm finna. I'm like, oh, I want to chop you up. Boy, we warred when she was younger, but as I learned her and learned myself, I saw me in her. I learned how I want to be handled, so I'm gonna handle her that way. So we're gonna give you. I'm gonna allow you some freedoms, but it's gonna be within this realm. So you got a choice, but I'm creating all those choices for you around this way. And all she wants to do is choose for herself. And she gonna choose what I want her to do regardless, you know.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? The most beautiful thing that you said and all of that was understanding her enough to know how to deal with her and get the most out of your relationship. And that's all we can do is feel love. At the end of the day, people just want to be felt and they want to be heard. And myself included in anything, because we are, like, it's an amazing thing to be a living spiritual being walking on a living planet connected to the cosmos. Like, ain't nothing normal about how, you know what I'm saying? We are. That's why I say love is a, because it really is. And it's not like a selfish love. It's like the highest vibration of love. Like, you don't know why we got, you know, why the grass grow. We might know the grass grows over here, Augustine, the grass grows right there.
Right.
Who knows why grass grows in the first place? You know what I'm
In
saying?
the first place.
And
So don't
actually
go ahead.
understanding that for anything really in nature is going to lead you to an understanding that you'll see that is a oneness with anything that your heart automatically magnetically pulls to. And so when we understand that we are dope, we are really like some fire ass. We don't, you know, you can call yourself a goddess, you can call yourself a black woman, or but when you understand that the essence of who you are is where your power comes, it's like I'm fly no matter what, right? And that's what I want people to get from the clothing line that I push, you know, that I create. I want people to get from anything, because it is an ebb and flow. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You gotta like know who you are. You gotta know what it is you like. Navigate towards what you like. Of course, I might like purple, and when I wear purple, I'm fly with it. You might like pink. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to wear purple. You see what you can do. Because we out here, we ain't losing, but we've been, you know what I'm saying? This is some real shit out here. We gotta create the leniency that we want.
That's right.
That we are, and so
yeah, we got to want for ourselves, want for others what we want for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely key. So if you want that, if you want some leniency, some grace, some just let me flow, you got to give it you got to give it as well. So that's that ebb and flow. I definitely understand that. And I appreciate you. Gamore said she quoted you. So you quoted individual journey, but a shared experience. That's what's up. That's what's up. Then she also came back and said her Libra son will be 21. Yeah, on the 9th. And then I got my Libra son. He's gonna be 29 on the 15th. My son, and he's told, you know, he's somewhat like my daughter, but he's he's more calm. He got that more calm. But when he blow, but he's more calm. But we've been learning to love him. He shares he don't mind being, you know, loving and kind and nurturing, you know,
Libras is the best sign.
Yeah. Y'all got I'll let you have his y'all season. So y'all the best sign in y'all season. How about that? Hey.
That's right. I love you. But
it's beautiful to be able to just know you and move that way, man. I remember when we went talking about knowing yourself and just ebb and flow.
Hey,
I remember when we went to experience ayahuasca together. My sister, she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this. Let's go. You go, sis. I got you. I'm gonna go too." We were in there. We were ready, and then we didn't know it was like 3 more of our sisters there. Man, we took that. Started talking and chatting, and New was like, "All right, I'm good. I don't know, but you feel a little nervous?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." She's like, I think I might be a little nervous. I'm gonna work through it. She took that first round. She was chill for just a moment. Then towards the end was time to get that second one. Oh, and she took that second one. Sister turned up, man. That trail act with Sister still on there. She said,
we was at Robert's house at that
we was at Robert's house. Man, I was over there in that corner, Robert. My sister was like, "We gotta go. Sis, I think we shouldn't have done this. I'm like, man.
You was pregnant with Uhuru, right? I think you was pregnant with Uhuru.
It was I think it was Zuzu, I think.
Zuzu,
I don't think it was Uhuru. Yeah.
Was it?
Man. So what? No, I was actually pregnant with probably Ushawa, because they do. Bob and them went to the Warriors Conference, I think, in Florida with Sister Tria and them. I think it was 2016, 15, 16, something like that. But we went. No, it was 15 because it was in the cold. So it was the end of. I think it was the end of the year. Your ass. But I'm saying, whatever the time of the year it was, your ass was on. I was like, man, she better be glad I love her. She better be glad I love her. And I was like, because I want my sister to get the experience, but hell, I want to get the experience too. Man, I was after a while, I was like, all right, you go to your corner, sis. I love you.
Hey,
Go to your corner. I gotta get mine. But she had to get
hey,
it
I'm gonna
because I
tell
was
y'all, if you've
what?
ever experienced ayahuasca, right? Anybody, then you know that once it dissolves into your bloodline, your pineal gland just boom opens up. And so when
Yeah.
what was it 2015, when it
She had
opens up, so
2015.
that
Yeah.
I knew something was gonna happen, right? I had always wanted to try ayahuasca. I knew I was going to try it before I even knew how to pronounce it from studying. But when it happened, but that was I had already kind of started doing extreme stuff to unlock my subconscious. And
Mhm.
though I always knew I was gonna do ayahuasca, I didn't never think that I was gonna do it in Dallas, Texas with a black shaman
Wow.
with my
Come
sister,
on.
you know. But me
Right.
and Sister Renee had been talking about it, and then boom, another sister, and next thing you know, here we are all right there. And so it brought out so many fears, right? And I remember grabbing your hand. We was sitting there. We like, you good? We like, yeah, okay, yeah, we got all our sisters over there. We good. Rabbe was walking around hosting. You know, I'm like,
Yes.
soon as we took it, right? I said, sis, we don't even know what city. He was like, sis, I'm like, no, sis, we ain't taking. And you pray, we ain't taking no more. So we need to leave. You was like, sis, you need to relax. I was like, I took the other side. My something said, go outside. And I went and opened the door, and the ground went far. And then I turned around, Rabbe was right there. I was like, oh my God, dang, y'all saved me. So if
Yes.
anybody was looking at this
Yes.
from out there, they would have swore we was in there doing some voodoo. But we was doing the true do. That's what we was doing, the true do.
That's what we were doing. The
And
true do.
I remember sitting down in there and, allowing myself. And I remember looking out there at you. You had them symbols. You was like, she. I said, okay, she cool. And I rode the rest of the night out in that back room. I
Yes, you
never
did. You
ever
didn't come
forget
back
that.
out.
You know that.
You didn't come back out. And
You
I was
know,
like, man, Rob said with your scary ass. I said, oh, wait, I love her, but she got to go back there. Oh, man, I couldn't get the other rounds. So you had me up being mama now. Now I'm watching everybody else. I'm watching Renee over here, Rachelle over there. I'm watching
Lord.
Rob Baby and Kingman walking around. I'm watching the brother sing This Little Light of Mine, and the other brother talking about
That was
something else,
a lot.
fire and shit. I was just like, man, that was a beautiful night. And I loved it because we were able to be vulnerable and really deal with that
Yes.
whatever that inner shit you had. It was
That is the thing that we all got a lot of. Like, you don't know that a lot of the defense mechanisms that you automatically put up in your conscious stems
yeah,
from things that you may not even remember in your subconscious. And it
right,
may even be generational, right? And so
right,
it all is going to present itself as a form of fear. But some people, that's where your ego comes in. Your ego might overshadow that and be like, okay, we can do this. But you really, in order to actually grow, right? Move
right.
forward. You know what I'm saying? Raise your vibration. Raise your macabre. Be able to create a greater, stronger energy field so that you can actually impact the planet. Do your part here on the planet because we are here to do our part. We
We
are
are
here,
right.
for ourselves. Right. And so in order to do that, you have to come one and balance with yourself. And like that is a journey for everyone, whether you are rich, poor, whether you know this or you know that, because you still got to master yourself and the interrelations with giving birth,
With-
all of
Right, right,
siblings,
right,
death,
right, right.
and our ancestors knew all of these things, right? And built
They did.
systems surrounded it because they knew that this was going to be difficult, like you do for your loved ones. And
Right, right.
and it's been
And they
taken, so
created
we
that
have had
path.
difficult times. We
Right.
have
They
had a difficult
created that
time.
path. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I know I was like, because I've always been into the, woo, I wanted to experience something, but I was just too scared because I'm like, I won't get addicted to nothing I can't let go. So I had to really learn myself. So, but Rob Bay is the truth, y'all. Trill Alchemy, sister, put your links in the chat. My sister did that. I allowed myself, once I went through that experience with her, and because before then we were part of Sister Circle, we were already doing our own shit and healing and doing things. But when I did that, and I always would go to her for Reiki anyway. Going and do that, I felt comfortable with her, and I think that's key as well. You have to be comfortable people you do it with, and the person that's leading and guiding you, that they're going to allow you to be in that vulnerable state and also just guide you in a safe space. Man, she did a great job, as she does with the Trill Me. She does, I've had sessions with her virtually.
That night was so powerful, right? Because even the shaman, he said that was his first time dealing with 20-something people.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
they held that space. You know what I'm saying? For everybody. That was even though I had knew that I always was going to do it, and but that was my first time, and like I said, it all came together as a black shaman. It was at my sister's house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My other friend was there. And so through that, I was able to experience ayahuasca many more times. And the reason for it is because I had layers and layers of shit I go through that I needed to understand, and that is why I advocate plant medicine. As an herbalist, I advocate plant medicine. I advocate that's knowing yourself. You better not try it. Something that serious.
You don't know about, and that's
somebody that you don't trust, somebody that you don't feel comfortable with.
That part. Because I could be up in there. I wasn't gonna let you go. I feel you. I say, because I wasn't gonna let you go out there in that damn snow by yourself, be running around like a chicken with your head cut off. I wasn't gonna let you look like that.
I needed to go outdoors.
Because black folks that we have been feared away from that kind of thing. So we don't expect that. That's what we do. You think about plant medicine now, you're like, oh, that's most white folks in Native Americans and all them folks. We ain't doing that shit. But that was a great experience, and I want to do it again. I'm ready to do it again. Of course, with my sister, because she's close by me again. We gonna have this happen. I got this land out here that we can go. Let's set up them tents and make it happen, Captain. So hint, we got to make it happen on the land. But that was funny. It was so funny and good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you another thing about that, right? That because people is like, a lot of now ayahuasca is getting popular, and people is like, and so the thing about it, right, and the reason why our ancestors have always done it is because it allows you to make leaps and bounds in the spirit, in your spirit, that would take a person years of meditating, years of praying, and in an initiation ceremony, right? So as you going through, like I said, it presented a lot of fears that I had, but everybody is going to have their own experience because
absolutely,
great grandmother medicine is going to do the work on you. So
that's right.
You come to the point to do it. Even now, when it's going, you're going to have your own experience depending on if you've done the work with the research on knowing who.
That's right.
I apply that, right, because people need to be jolted. Even you need to be jolted, and so it's going to raise a people. You're like, oh, what is this? Whatever your fear is about, the ability to let go, and that's what I wasn't able to do right then and then.
That's what you said. You said it right there. Yeah.
And so I knew that so I worked on that fear. Even today, still I can still find residual. So, but understanding that is how you can see how it measures up in your relationship, and just being able to check that and being able to all of that provides a more fluid. It allows you to be more creative. It allows you to be, and so
absolutely. You're right. It takes plant medicine it takes off those inhibitions. It takes, so you're able to be that vulnerable, and that's why I love how it's like you prepare yourself. What do you want to deal with? What do you want to see before you even enter in to that realm? Before you take that medicine, you've got to, you like I said, do that research on that, do it with someone you know, and be ready. Do your own research, do your shadow work, meaning just self-reflecting what I got going on, what it is I want to heal, what it is I want to deal with. And so that, and like you said, you had to be jolted into that. And if you wouldn't have taken that step, who says you would even would done it again? You know, done it
Well,
in
see,
the
we
next
know,
time.
we
You
know
know
that
what
we
I'm saying?
actually pull situations to us, right? So,
Hey,
and we are in a time where we're going through a post shift. And so
right,
that energy, like we are very, very strong. And so it's very important for us to master ourselves. So
right,
like that was so crazy to have that kind of plant medicine here in Dallas, Texas. You know,
yeah,
and like
hear
you
you.
know that it was all divine, because
That's right,
I was thinking that I might have to go to Peru where the
right,
shamans actually been, you know what I'm saying? But no,
right,
here's a brother that been studying this for the last 10 years and
right,
making it. You
right,
know, so
right,
all of those things, you know, you might think that, okay, this is craziness, but you actually bring, so when you see how powerful you are, you
that's
have to
right.
bear with the divinity and those around you too. So when you see
Absolutely.
that it connects, you just you give thanks because you bear witness, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
to, and so all of this is that, you know what I'm saying, all of this
Yeah.
is so,
Absolutely. I want to shout out to my sister, another warrior, wild warrior woman, Christina Singletary. Chris out there in the funk. She's a Dunbar alumni with, you know, with Mario and Bo Money out there. She has several ministries that she works in the community with the young black sisters, black mothers. She feeds. She's a wonderful chef. You know, she caters. So if you check out Christina Singletary, drop your stuff in the chat too, sis. If you still here, drop your stuff. Don't leave without letting us know that you here. Leave your remnants, honey. Put your stuff in the comments. But yeah, you're right. We are we just I just love it. You know, I just love it. Being able to what would you leave as a wild warrior woman to your daughters, to your daughters' daughters, and to your nieces, those sisters that are coming after you? What message would you leave to them, you know, if
well,
they
for this
need it,
part
helping them
that I say,
find
yeah,
themselves or walk that
what I
walk.
say is to always trust yourself, right? Because
Okay.
that's what you, and trusting yourself is going to lead you to your higher self. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And so don't be scared. Never be scared of yourself, because you are divinity, right? You
right,
are divinity.
right.
And so everything that you could think you want is already yours. You know what I'm saying?
Asha,
And if
Asha,
you move towards it, you're going to fail, right? You're going to fail,
right,
but everything to get back up and continue to do it. And then when you trust yourself, you get, it's like when you get up, you walk outside and you confident. You moving, thinking about what you got to do, because you know the ground is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
so we got to
right,
move with that kind of authority. You know what I'm saying? That, you
right.
know, okay, and that's it. You know, that much right there. You'll be okay. You'll
No,
figure the rest out. You'll figure the rest out. I promise. You're gonna meet
right,
the right
right.
people. You know,
Absolutely.
and I love you. You know, I love you. And if you ever don't ever hear it ever again in your life, you can never say that you ain't never had the experience of it, because I'm gonna show you,
I
I'm gonna
say,
prove it, I'm gonna live it,
yes,
you
you
know,
do.
and
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I appreciate you
you know,
for,
I'm one
you
of the
know,
people that when you watching a movie and somebody was being held hostage and they finally get to him and they start hugging, like, oh, I'm like, bitch, hug later. Get to
me
safety
too,
and get to
me
where you're
too.
going. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Go
yes,
on. Yeah.
that's me. I do the same thing. You ain't got time for all that. Go. Absolutely. Man, it's been real. It's been beautiful. Man, you about to go though for a while. You about to leave the United States of America for a while. Or was I supposed to say
Oh
that
no, I don't
online?
want to
I
go
wasn't supposed to say
nowhere.
that.
No, you're good. I'm going for
Okay.
I'm going to relax my nervous system, you know, and work on some other designs. You know, 80% of my inventory comes from there. I moved the store from Tyler, Texas to Bishop Arts. Is going to be on Davis Street.
Yay!
And so I'll be there for a couple of months. I have property there, and I have things that I'm working on and building there, and so I'm looking forward to going and, you know, and absorbing, being right there on the equator. And
that's what's up. That's what's up. I love it. And come back and get right back to work. Come back, get right back to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, I love it, man. Keep doing what you do. Keep being useless, and we're gonna have many more conversations. We might even have a conversation while you're in Ghana. And I would love to do that, you know, for you to, when you can chime in, you know, we can definitely talk back and be pre-recorded or whatever, and get that energy. I want to feel that energy over there. I want to experience it as you would experience. I want to see it through your eyes. So if you get that chance, the opportunity, you know, let's do it again.
We have to work something out, because I'll be there for a little bit, and there's 3 different projects that I'm working on, and so that's another reason why I'm in there for a little bit. And so I've definitely been keeping them under wrap, because I want to get there, you know, get them moving, you know, so that when I do share them, and you know, I can share them directly on the platform. And so, but so we will definitely keep.
I say, how can anybody get in contact with you if they want to get some urban esoteric paraphernalia, meaning the t-shirts and stuff? Let me make sure I say that right, because normally you say paraphernalia, they talk about something else. Tea products, some urban esoteric products, because you do oils as well. You have the bomb as that off the hair oil that you send.
You see, stop putting it on. It's the second time it grows your hair,
man. I would have to stop putting it on, because I didn't want, you know, I wanted to be bald, so I need to stop it from the growing. But I need to give me some more though, because I started using it everywhere. I was like, well, I hope I don't get no hair growing on my face.
It's great for your skin. No, it's great for your skin though too. But they can go to urban-esoteric.com. You can also go to Urban Esoteric Boutique on Facebook, Urban_Esoteric on Instagram. However, you can only purchase things up until the 14th, because I'll be gone, and I'll be reworking the website as I'm gone. So when I come back and do a grand opening, everything will be, the website will be refreshed, the space will be refreshed, I'll be refreshed. And
come on now.
But you can get Guru Wonder Oil is on there. A lot of my specialty is on there. The batik line, which is, I'm wearing one now. It's my culture line.
Yes,
it's going to have uplifting logo, uplifting sheroes, African and here in the diaspora. It's going to have also, it's clothes, tops and bottoms, sexy dresses, African dresses, from Ghana as well.
Yes.
Here. Yeah, so a little bit of everything: purses, jewelry, incense. I always have a brother named Najee, that's local out of Dallas. He hand makes his own incense. They smell the bomb. So I have a little bit of everything for everybody, and I also do custom shirts. So all of that is on the website, and they can go on there. But again, it's only going to be until the 14th.
Well, I need to get off my order, because I need a shirt, I need some incense, I need some Wonder Oil before you leave. So I'm gonna hit you up so I can get mine shipped out. So you leave. Yes, man, this has been wonderful. Let me make sure I plug where the Who Academy. I got to plug my money maker here. That's how we eat, and that's our ministry. You know, as I would say, this is our ministry right here, the ministry. And you know, sound like a preacher. The Horror Academy. If you know, we got www.horroracademy.com. You know, check us out there. We're always enrolling. We're now enrolling. If you want to have a place where you want to put your child, where they can get unadulterated love, freedom, protection, and the history and knowledge of themselves, bring them to the Uhuru Academy. If you want to donate at Cash App Uhuru Academy, $ Uhuru Academy. And if you want to be a Uhuru Academy patron, you can definitely go here at the Patreon, if I can get it right. And I don't know if I did. Is that the Patreon? That's the Cash App. Oh, well, I figured it out. Okay, there's the Uhuru Academy right there, the Patreon at the bottom there, y'all. I'm working this. I'm learning all things that a woman can do. I'm trying to do at this moment, and I'm going to go on and stop. I appreciate you, sis. I love you. I don't mind telling you. And those who are joining us live and those who are going to check us out later, I love you. Thank you so much. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Man, I love all my sisters that are on there who joined in with us. We appreciate the support. I love you too, sis. Y'all have a wonderful night and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace. Don't leave yet, Nuru. Peace. Let me stop it. All right. And